The next person I'm going to have up here is one of my very best friends, Kyle. Kyle and I were at the breacher cell together, so if you're unaware of what a breacher is someone who takes our train of guys on a deployment, and when you need to get inside of a room where they don't want you inside, it's locked, it's a wall, it's steel, we get you in. Kyle and I were breaching instructors together, and something that a lot of people don't understand is that an explosion, like a breaching explosion, really penetrates your entire body. So it's not hitting you with a wave of air. It's not like hitting someone helmet to helmet with a football. It's actually penetrating every vulnerable part of your body. It's going through your skull. It's going through your hypothalamus. It's going through your gonads. It is going through you. So we still don't know everything that this does to our bodies. I can speak from personal experience. I've had a few TBIs. Being a breacher was one of the most difficult times of my life, just from a purely physical standpoint. You wake up really groggy and tired, like we woke up on the race just from being at work and getting blown up all day. And for people with TBIs in their history, to add these explosions in, it's an amplifying factor, by a factor of 10. So Kyle and I both experienced that while we were in breacher. We did a lot of medical work, the instructors did, because we're starting to understand that this is actually being connected to who you are emotionally through your brain, right, is traumatically influenced by an explosion. So Kyle is a close friend of mine. We went through some of this issue together. I was with him through some hard times, and he's been with me through some hard times. I'd love for you guys to give a round of applause. Open your minds and ears. Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, everything's already been said. You're going to hear the same thing over and over. We're all pretty similar. I don't want to be up here. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. But I'm honored and grateful for all of you in this room. This is a hard topic to even address. And a lot of people just look the other way because it's fucking awkward. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to start get that out of the way. There's going to be 12 more of those.
Unravel.
That's not going to work. I'm honored to just be up here on the stage. It's wild. There's SEAL Team 3, SEAL Team 3, SEAL Team 3 buddies that have passed on my last deployment on this wall. And that's not an easy thing to face. It's something that we all deal with. And with that is the fact that you didn't do enough. The stuff that you have before you even come to the team, the thing that makes you capable of joining the military and trying to make the world a better place, still sits within you. And that's kind of my story, I guess. So thank you for being here, Tommy. Thank you for keeping us alive. Super cool to see you come out and be there. It's awesome. So, Kyle, born and raised in upstate New York. Why this mission and Liam's passion and Free Bravo's cause means so much to me is when I was 5 years old, my father killed himself. My life has been defined by that one choice, action, decision. And every single day, I try it to make the world a better place for you guys, people like me, kids like me, and that's why I'm here. I hate running. As you can see, I'm a 250-pound meatball. But I'm fast out hills, dude. You can roll. Like, actually, I cut a lot of miles by just rolling. This hurt. I didn't want to do it. He told me about it, him and Kyle's little plan, and I was like, good luck with that. Not doing that, but I will help. I'll help, bring you guys cheeseburgers. I ended up realizing that this is exactly what I needed to do. This is exactly where I needed to be. And if I can share my story with you guys, which there's only one person in this room that knows my story, and I like to keep it that way, but. So, 5 years old, dad killed himself. So, I found my community, my family, in teams. Far before the SEAL teams, it was sports, brotherhood, and that's what naturally drew me to the SEAL teams. So after college, getting injured, having traumatic brain injuries, playing football, college, I decided that it was a good idea to go play with Bobs for everything. And how I got there was not my idea. I wanted to be a ranger because I hate swimming and I hate running. I figured out how to swim a little bit, enough. And I joined the SEAL teams because my childhood best friend texted me and said, hey dude, let's go meet Navy SEALs. I was like, cool. And we did. So we joined the military. You think, oh, I just accomplished everything, all of my dreams. I just made it through the hardest military training in the entire world. I'm cool. And you think all your problems are just going to dissolve and go away, and they don't. And I think that a lot of military members join for a bigger cause, a purpose. And that is the reason we all join, is for a purpose, to make the world a better place. To make ourselves better. There's selfish action in all this, I think, a little bit, in everything that we do. But with the sense that it is going to make the world a better place. And so you go in, and then life problems keep happening. Every single one of us in this room are dealing with babies, children, taxes, bills, bullshit. And that continues on when you're dealing with deployments, being home 2 days a week, a month. Yes, 2 days a month, and just to go out the door and get shot at and fucking do weird shit that you don't actually really want to be doing because you don't. And meanwhile, you'd like to be attending to your child, you'd like to be being a father, and the nature of the work is that we don't get that. We have to go try to make this world a better place. In that, I found myself struggling with life problems, military problems, and the things that drove me to be here, to do these things. And that culminates, and it's no different. Like, my story is not special. I'm not special in any way, shape, or form. My story is one of millions. I think we all have a similar, the guys in this race, we all have a similar story. Again, I'm not special. I don't want to talk about this at all. I'm here to just share, and I say that because this is not unique to me. This is just about one of my best friends has a similar story. So, join the military. Try to make the world a better place. I only make my life worse. so front sight focused on the mission that you forget about yourself, and that leads to a lot of problems. It can only be solved by drinking. I think most of us fall into that, and that's obviously not the solution. It seems like it, but it's not. And that, mixed with traumatic brain injury, it all adds up to a crisis that we are here to try to solve. And the only reason I'm standing here today is because of guys like Liam. All those dudes sitting right there, and the reason we're all still here. Honestly, and the issue is that once we leave this community, I was lucky to go through this part of my life, this chapter of my life, where I wanted to kill myself. I ended up asking for help, and I had friends that are sitting right here to get me through that time. And when we leave the SEAL Teams, when we leave the military, when we leave the police force, you don't have that. And you don't have the people that understand. And that is why I'm standing here today. So you guys understand that we're all going through it. We're all trying to fucking try to make this a better world. And try to help people love each other. And I truly mean that. I think like every single one of you guys are here today. I know I'm just rambling. Once I get off the stage, like you guys introduce each other to each other. You all are insanely generous for being here and sticking through this weird conversation that is suicide. That's the purpose. It's not fun. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I've spent the last couple of days sad. I know 2 people in the last month that have killed themselves. And it's like, I doing this, I'm like, I'm helping, but I'm not. And it's like, what is the solution? And I think truly the solution is love one another, be there for one another, have the ability to not judge and allow somebody to ask you for help, and then give them help. And the SEAL Future Foundation guys, thanks. The SEAL Future Foundation guys are a huge help in us transitioning out of the military, as I currently am. And Liam is, what he is doing will revolutionize the ability for us to get the help that we need. That's what's happening here. This isn't just a run, it's not. This is Liam trying to figure out how to make the world a better place. And that's what team guys do. They improvise, they problem solve. And there's a reason why we have the most help in organizations to help one another is because we fucking see problems and we try to solve it. And that's what Liam's doing here today. And that's all. The only reason I'm standing up here is to help him help others. So thank you guys for your time and attention. This is not how I wanted the speech to go, but this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. So thank you for bearing with me. I was going to give a toast, but I don't have a drink, so I can't. Thank you guys.
All right, so as you can tell, this is not just a difficult issue to address because it's confusing, because we don't understand how to solve it. This is a difficult issue to address because you have tough guys who do not know how to even begin to talk about it themselves. That's why this is so hard. How do you diagnose, an issue that hides itself? It's really hard. So you have to go through it, and then you have to be honest, and then you have to try to affect change. So what we do, and what my mission is to have these open and honest conversations. Yes, these do help. It is difficult. Kyle just gave his all. That was a full-on effort. But that's not the end, right? That's not where this care ends. So how do we make change? Well, the way we make change is we help veterans understand their benefits, number one. Because if you didn't notice, there are a lot of veterans who know in their suicides that finance is a major issue in the end. That's crazy. We have instituted so many programs as a country over 80 years to help veterans get on their feet, to help them understand what it is to be a civilian again. This is indoctrination. It's just like going to prison. Your rules are different. Your life is different. Meals are different. Eat fast. Go to bed in the same place. Turn your lights off. Low lenses so nobody sees you. It is a different world, and you have to reintegrate into society. That alone is difficult to do. Then you have the TBS. You have trauma. You have all of these different amplifiers. So we can't just help guys figure out finance. We already built in the programs. So one thing that we do is we build out a Veteran Impact Officer program. And these officers help every veteran that they interact with, 5 a month, build their veterans benefits packages out. Your veterans benefits, you can ride for 7 years. Conveniently, that is exactly how long a military transition takes. 1 year out, you think you figured it out. 2 years out, you think maybe somebody else has something to say about it. 3 years out, you're in the middle. 4 and 5 years, you're just starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, another unfortunate fact, 65% of veterans who commit suicide do not use a single veterans benefit. A single. That includes medical disability. That is crazy. And the reason that is twofold. One, they don't know. And two, we have an issue in our community, our veteran community, not just the SEAL community at large, the veteran community. We do not know how to communicate this issue to one another because we hyper-focus on the absolute worst case. And the absolute worst case is childhood trauma followed up by adult trauma, called combat, called PTSD, right? And we focus on that single individual as the only case for what's going on here. It's simply not true. We have an unbelievably high suicide rate in the veteran community, and it is not combat veterans alone, but it's easier to think that it is. We need to focus on the community and how we're caring for veterans after their service. Because things have changed since World War II. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but the same old methods aren't working. We've had the VFW, we've had the VA, we've had the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, we've had the American Legion for a long time. And these numbers have gotten worse in the global war on terror era. Why is that? Shouldn't they be getting better? Shouldn't these massive industries be growing in a direction that aids our veterans? There are less people. There were less of us than the Vietnam veterans. There were less of us than in World War II. How are we doing such a disservice? Well, we've gotten too big. We've forgotten the kids that are getting out because they're young and healthy. We've forgotten because we are so far behind in giving our old veterans the care that they deserve when they got out of Vietnam that we've forgotten about the kids who are getting out now. Unfortunately, those are our friends. So, excuse me. So, what we need to do is we need to build veterans benefits guidance for each individual. We need to help them with their medical disability, not just say, we're going to get you medical disability and or someone else will. That is the current status quo. It will be a one-stop shop. You show up, and then we will get you what you need. And if it comes back, your paperwork comes back, you come back to the same person, and you see me again. And then lastly, and certainly not least, this single person that you're building a relationship with for your veterans benefits, for your medical disability, that person will also be the phone call that you make when you're having a hard night. Because calling a service hotline is not something I want to do when I'm having a bad time. Simply put, knowing the person on the other end of the line and understanding that there's someone who cares about you is a game changer. And so the Seal Future Foundation has proven this fact to me. I've talked to them, I've studied their numbers, I've looked at how it works, and everything I'm doing, I'm just trying to build a repeatable and logistically feasible way to build this out for everybody. Because SEALs have care. It's pretty unbelievable. You still have to go get it done. You still have to seek it out. So looking at the statistics, looking at the numbers, what changes the game for someone? Like Kyle was alluding to, when you are having the hardest day of your life, someone being there for you. It's wild. Excuse me. Yeah. So, in my closing statements, now that we understand what the mission is, who's involved, and why it is so difficult to get this out, I'm going to list a few things to you. I would just like to know if anyone can see what these all have to do with each other. Batman, Harry Potter, Bambi, The Lion King, Frodo, Spider-Man, Oliver Twist, Superman, Hercules, Perseus, Theseus, Moses, Alexander the Great, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Julius Caesar, Napoleon, Joan of Arc, Charlemagne, Jesus. All of these people experienced harsh traumas in their childhoods. Something that we tend to forget is that every adult is just a child who has gone through some stuff. When you build a mountain of trauma on top of a difficult childhood, which I know a lot of people in our community and in the better community at large have done, you are waiting for a disaster. These issues, and the reason I say this, are not singular to any one event for any group of people. These are shared experiences that we all go through. A difficult life builds a great warrior. In Spartan culture, they went through what was called the agoge. If you wanted to be a Spartan warrior and a Spartan citizen as a man, you had to become a warrior. How did they do that? They beat you. They put you in the cold. They removed you from your family. Sounds familiar. We go into the military as adults, but we're children. You remove family, friends, familiar things, change the places, insert cold, insert pain, insert stress. You are changing a human being. This is the baseline. It is not unique. This is our baseline. And that is why this issue is so prevalent still. Because we are not addressing the issue. We are hyper-fixating on stories, on interesting facts, on great movies, great books. But this is something that transcends our community at a very deep level. To change this, we have to address it. We have to assume that everyone needs that next level of care. We have to assume that everyone needs a shoulder to cry on, someone to call, someone to talk to. That's what we're doing. That's why we're here. So, in conclusion, I hope you all walked away with something tonight that you can actually understand. Maybe this issue became more tangible. But if there's one thing you do need to know, it's that if you ever get that call late at night, pick up the phone. So, with our sign This is your last 5 minutes to go check them out. Get into them. Nick is going to be playing a set. I'll be back up here. Let me change that to 10. Nick is going to play some more music. Nick, if you didn't know, which I'm sure you do, is a really, really good friend of mine. Nick called me when I was a bud student, but in everyone back home in Ohio's eyes, I was already a Superman. And he called me and said, "Hey man, I just want to ask you a question. I'm trying to do this thing, and I don't like working in an office. I like playing guitar, I like making music. What do I do?" I was like, "Sounds like you just told me what you're going to do." Started playing music. He's been playing music ever since. Checked in with me a few times. I've gone to see him in Nashville. He is a frequent and regular at Jason Aldean's in Nashville. Plays all the biggest places in Broadway. I've seen him all across the country at this point in my life. He's an absolute rock star to me, and just the way the stars always align, Nick really cares about this issue. Nick has a song that he hasn't released that he's been writing for years that we've been talking about. And he's going to play it for you tonight. It has a lot to do with this issue. And while he's playing that song, feel free to check out the silent auction items, and then we will be auctioning 2 items live. I am also not an auctioneer, so please don't make me do the thing that they do and just bid if you like it. You know what I mean? If you see someone else raise their hand and you wanted to raise your hand, you raise your hand too. That's fine. Nick, please take it away.
No. Step away.
Thank you so very much. Thank you again for having me and everybody for sharing your stories out here with everything that you've done. And let me get this ready real quick. So my name is Nick Walker, and I grew up near Liam, like you were saying. The one who did his thing, and yeah, he was Superman to all of us. And I had this song when I was living out in Key West, and originally I'd written it about just men's health and experience just issues and things that people don't talk about. But hearing this much bigger purpose was something I was really excited to start working with, and it's crazy to me hearing the toughest guys in the entire world struggling with talking about things. And I think what I really want to do with this song is partner with Liam and making that uncomfortable, and making it so uncomfortable that you can't look away from it. I'm really excited. This song's called The Other Side of Paradise, and it goes like this. Got the worries in the world all behind me. You've been dragging me around for too damn long. My soul's been searching for something. I wasn't lost, but I lost all control. But I can make it right by the end of the night. Turn the radio up, 'cause I could use a groove right now with you right now. But I can really use some of you right now. Come on, meet me on the other side of paradise. The sun is always shining. And wasting time thinking about tomorrow, 'cause we never know when we're gonna go down. Let's slow down, take our time and enjoy the ride. Come on, meet me on the other side of paradise, paradise. He's back in this moment beside me. 'Cause I've been cruising from town to town, just running and hunting for something that's been wearing away at my soul. So pop the camera off now, bring it back down to the radio. Cause I can use a groove right now, you right now. But I can really use some of you right now, come on. Meet me on the other side of paradise, where the sun is all shining. Wasting time thinking about tomorrow, cause I don't know where we're gonna go down. Let's slow down and take our time and enjoy the ride, come on. Meet me on the other side of paradise, paradise. And when I rock, I always go right back to you. And you always my guitar that I stayed to. Just meet me on the other side of paradise, the sun is always shining. We're wasting time thinking about tomorrow, cause you never know when we're gonna go down. Let's slow down, take our time and enjoy the ride, come on. Meet me on the other side of paradise, paradise. Thank you guys so much for sharing everything, all those stories. I write songs and I can't even relate to how admirable that is, and that's so thank you guys so much for sharing all those experiences, and I'm excited to help try and tell that story to everybody out there. Thank you. We'll put on some items out there. And
All right, folks, before I lose everybody's attention for the rest of the evening, we're going to do our final 2 auction items, and then we're through points. I'm doing the bags as a thing. I'm doing the bags together. Just one. All right, folks, if I can get your attention for a very, very short period of time. And I promise it will be short. I do not want to be an auctioneer right now. All right, now I'm going to demand it. Now I will demand the attention. All right, so these are 2 Go Ruck bags. If you are not familiar with the brand, these were made by a former operator on the green side. This is the Go Ruck actual ruck bag, and we've loaded this bag completely out with all of the gear that we ran. Okay, so every supplement brand, every sponsor we have, from Bugs to Element-T, they're all in this bag. Okay, so it's like a little care package to get you going if you want to get into rucking. Pretty tangentially related to the event. Go Ruck also sent us these bags so we can train. So each racer has one of these bags as well. And along with it, there is this, and honestly, I should let you guys touch some of these buckles before I auction, but these are actually really sweet. I wanted this bag. This is your actual everyday go bag. It's made out of canvas, all in. Just the bags alone, you're looking at over a $650 value. But inside here, we also have a full loadout that the racers also got from Born Primitive. Okay, so you got your First Form Energy hats, Born Primitive shorts, American flag liners, We the People on the front. The full loadout that the racers got, aside from some Black Diamond gear. I'm going to start this because I don't want to do this for very long at $50. Who's in?
200.
Okay.
500.
200.
500.
500.
600.
600.
750.
750. 800.
1,000.
1,000.
2,000.
2,000.
2,500.
2,500.
3,000.
3,000. All right. Going once.
3,500.
3,500. 4,000. All right. Going once. Going twice. Go limit. All right, another round of applause for that. That really helps me out at our foundation. All right, so here comes the keynote item of the evening. Now, this was a surprise. This also comes from one very quick surprise. Jack Patterson, come up here real quick.
Speech.
Jack Patterson with the second speech for the evening. So Jack, good friend, came out to the race. Not only did he participate, he got out and told the story, which is difficult. And just so you guys are tracking, when we tell our stories, this is practice. It helps us get better at understanding ourselves, opening up, moving into the future. Jack also donated an insane amount of his personal time reaching out to sponsors like Whiskey Myers, sponsors like Black Diamond, sponsors like Arc'teryx, and all of them came to the fore because Jack wrote them all. And I'm talking 10 to 20 emails a day, personal emails. Not ChatGPT, I confirm that because there were tons of spelling errors. He donated an insane amount of his own time because he cares, truly. And that's a wild thing to see, okay? So something that we got for Jack, it's not this guitar, but it is a $2,000 tattoo session in Virginia Beach with my guy, Ralph. So, while Jack holds the greatest trophy of his email barrage, talking to the Whiskey Myers crew, getting in touch with their beneficial donations programs and bullying them into being a part of this. Whiskey Myers actually does give a shit, FYI. They wanted to be a part of it just from the jump, but we would have never known that without Jack's tenacity and his passion for the mission. So, with this being a signed Whiskey Myers edition Epiphone Les Paul, signed by every member of the band, we will be starting the opening bid, and that is literally a certificate of authenticity. Don't laugh at me, Kyle. That's literally the certificate of authenticity. Starting the bids at $5,000.
Kill the smalls.
Starting the bid at $5,000 because you can't get one. You cannot buy this guitar. 55. Any other takers? Signed guitar from Whiskey Myers. 6. Anyone else? Signed guitar, Whiskey Myers.
7,000 for Mike Eaton back there.
65.
65 for Brian. 7. That's all right. We didn't want to get Brian bankrupt right before he goes on deployment. I think 7,000 will take it. Going once, going twice. Give it to the man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude tonight's event. But with one final fire for effect, we have to thank the most important person in the room, my wife, Laura. I am being advised that we will be giving you guys time to fill these out. I do truly believe that once you have more cocktails, you will mistakenly want to buy these for more money. And Laura, thank you so much for everything you've put up with. She moved to a Martian planet in the desert highlands of North Reno for me, because if you didn't know, TBIs make you want to be isolated. And it's very comfortable out there for me. And she's been carrying our first child this whole time. It's really an angel to put up with me. I promise you, it's not fun dealing with me on a 9 to 5. I have a lot of issues of my own. I think we all do, and it takes an angel to deal with me. So thank you guys. Thank you for coming out. We plan on doing this every year. This is one of many, and the mission will only get bigger from here. Thanks. Sir.
I gotta get fucking Gage's picture right there. And then fucking Whiskey Myers fucking guitar.
Tell them 5 minutes on the silent auction. 2 minutes on the silent auction.
2 minutes left on the sidewalk. 2 minutes left.